best, best, best. Give me the best, best, best. Don't want the rest, rest, rest. Give me the best, best, best. Woo! This wasn't gonna be a video. So I posted this poll like, hey, what would Pixal look like humanized? What would her hair color be? And this is something that I've thought about a lot because I like Pixal and, you know, I've always imagined her as a brunette. I have no explanation as to why. She just is. But I was really surprised when I got the results back because consistently over 70% of you guys thought she would still have just her whatever silvery hair, which I guess I probably should have seen coming. Like, duh, if you're gonna make Pixal human, that's the easiest thing, is to just like make her hair the same. And I guess the way I worded the poll was a little bit confusing. Humanized Pixal would have what color hair? That's kind of open-ended. Are we saying if Pixal was a human character, if she were to magically become human? In my mind, I'm thinking like Zane's cloak thing that he has that allows him to be both silvery and human looking. If Pixal had one of those, what would she look like with her cloak on? And to me, that reads as like oh, she's gonna do like undercover work or like blend in or whatever, and shiny silver hair is not gonna help with that. Anyway, so this idea just got stuck in my head and I came home and I photoshopped all of them. So I thought maybe I would share those with you today and you could lose my mind with me as we go through all the different hair color options. So before we start, just going through the results of the poll, I had 5 options because, you know, YouTube polls can only have 5 options. I had blonde, black, brunette, red, and just silver hair. Over 70% of you said she would still have silver hair as a human. In second place was blonde, hovering around 10%, which kind of surprised me, but also kind of doesn't. I don't know. Black and brunette are pretty much tied, sitting around 5%. And then red has consistently been like 1 or 2%. If I were to add another option, I would have added white hair. And I did get some people in the comments saying that that's the kind of blonde that they would think of. Anyway, let's look at the Photoshop, shall we? Okay, so I grabbed this picture of Pixal from season 11. This is after the animation change and her hair isn't as shiny, which I thought would be helpful. It still has a noticeable like glint to it. Because I'm just altering the color of the existing hair piece, the shine is still gonna be there in all of these options. None of them are going to look 100% right like they would probably be if it showed up in show. Anyway, so first thing I did is I got rid of her little facial markings. So we just have plain white, and then I put this yellow filter over top so that it looks like she has Lego skin. And then I brought her facial features up above the filter. I also made her lips a little bit purple instead of white. I feel like if she had a humanized version, that might be something that they would do. And then I cut out the hair so it would sit on top. And so here's our first one. Here is silver hair human Pixal. So there it is. I don't want to say this, but she looks like an old woman. I don't know. It's just, in Ninjago, the only people who have gray hair are old people, and the silver is not different enough to differentiate it for me. It instantly ages her, giving her normal skin with her silver hair. Maybe this is just me. Maybe you guys don't see it. Maybe it looks fine to you, but I cannot unsee Grandma Pixal. Anyway, if we are to move on to the next hair, we have black hair. And this doesn't look too bad to me. Obviously, the main conflict here is it looks like Nia. For some reason, Pixal and Nia have pretty much identical hair pieces, which, like, why is that the case? Hey, Ninjago creators, can we maybe have 2 different hairstyles for our 2 main female characters? Is that too much to ask? I don't hate it, but in terms of being practical in the show, it definitely has some points against it. Moving on to our next hair color. I don't know how to explain my feelings on blonde Pixel. It is like physically repulsive to me. Like instantly my body wants to reject it. It's hard to put my finger on, but it really doesn't work. Like it gets under my skin in a very physical way. Maybe it's because it makes her look like a valley girl. Oh gosh, but it just is not her personality at all. Also, working against it is just that like blonde hair in combination with the yellow Lego skin is always gonna clash a little bit. Like, I don't know, it's a little bit like Barbie vibes, and I don't know why that's such a bad vibe on her. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world, etc. But it really does not work on her, and I can't. Ugh. Anyway, let's move on. I did say I wanted to do like a white hair, so I also edited that. With the default shine, it is a little bit blinding. I don't hate it as much as the blonde, but it also gives similar vibes as the silver hair. It ages her. It's weird. It's not as weird as the blonde, but it's weird. And part of that might just be like the glowiness it has to it. I think it's the worst on the white hair. Like it didn't look that weird on Harumi. Like it didn't age her significantly. Although, I don't know, if you gave Harumi some like eye wrinkles, she could totally pass as an old woman. But maybe if this were more matte, it would work. I don't know. Okay, so next up we have the red one. And I had not even really considered red when I put it on the poll. I was just listing off hair colors. And I didn't think it would work. But here we have it edited, and like it looks surprisingly good. I didn't think I would like it this much. I didn't think it would work, but it works. It definitely has like more of a spunk factor to it, but it also matches with the red on her suit. So it kind of makes her whole thing more cohesive. I have ranted about this before, but Pixal's whole situation is a little cluttered as far as color palette. Just to start off, she has silver hair and gold accents. We got both silver and gold going. Can we choose one? But this narrows it down a little bit. It gives her a bit of like a edginess, a spunkiness, a wild style factor in there. It doesn't really mesh with her personality 100%. But, you know, Pixel can be sassy. It works a lot better than I thought it would. Also working against this one, if you were to have her in show have this cloak, we do already have a ponytailed redhead, but that's a small point against it. I also did like a ginger hair. So here's that one. I am surprised that I like this one. I did not think it would work. This one definitely gives off side character vibes. I don't know if any of you follow what I mean by that. I don't know. It still muddles her color scheme, but it looks weirdly good. I don't know if you guys are gonna agree with me on this one, but I don't know. And then the last one we have is the brunette. Here it is. And yeah, I like it. This one's probably still my favorite. It works. It's neutral. It pairs well with her green eyes. It gives it some good contrast. I don't know. Pixel's personality is hard to pin down, and I think having this more just neutral hair color helps accentuate that. I think it works. I don't know. I mean, I would definitely put her in a different suit in general. Pix has got to have casual clothes, right? Especially with those shoulder pads, they go out so far. It's got to get annoying. But if I just like go back and we compare from this to the blonde, like, holy cow, it changes her whole vibe. 100%. From the red to the brown. From the brown to the red. No, the red works with her outfit better, but the brown works better with her. Doesn't make any sense. Okay, hold on. Let's go back to the normal Pixal face with the brown. See, she definitely looks better with the silver hair. Maybe that's just because we're all so used to it. The brown works with the human skin, but not nearly as well with her default skin. Okay, with the ginger. No, with the red. Oh, that looks like a clown. White with white. Oh, goodness. That doesn't look as bad. It is a lot of white, though, with the blonde. I still hate it, but I don't think I hate it as much as with the human skin. Okay, and with the black. The black works surprisingly well. I think it's the contrast with the skin and then with the silver. That didn't feel as good as it should have, like resetting to normal. Maybe I've just been staring at these for way too long, but it feels different. Anyway, in conclusion, no conclusion. These results leave me further confused. Either way, Pixal deserves to have some sort of a design change. Whether that's finally getting a cloaking device or getting her hairpiece changed so that your two central female characters in your TV show don't have the exact same hair. Why would you do that? Or whether that's just getting a different outfit to wear when she's not in Samurai X mode. Somebody pointed out in the comments of my poll that there's one scene where Pixel is in bed sleeping and she's wearing her big clunky armor. Like, you can't give Pixel pajamas? Give Pixel pajamas! You can't sleep on your side when you have this huge shoulder armor sticking out like wings. Hashtag give Pixel pajamas. Anyway, I think that's enough on that. Again, I wasn't gonna make this video, but then I edited all these pictures and I'm like, I need to do it. What do you think Pixel would look like as a human? And are any of these going to haunt your dreams tonight? Let me know. Yeah. Do you like my makeup that I did for this episode? Was it too much? Was it distracting the whole time? I wanted to do green eyeshadow for this, you know, like Pixel's eyes, but I don't have any green eyeshadow. I looked through all of my palettes, not one. I'm the humanized Pixel. You get it?